Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine, and it's divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you could join us here on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I'd like to again remind us of the congratulations of passing the 500 episode marker. And as a celebration of that, I've opened up the Patreon community for free membership so that people can join our Zoom calls for free. There are a lot of people struggling out there. There's a lot going on. So I thought this could be a way to provide some help and, to give some thanks for all the support that I've received so far. You can also choose if you'd like to be a paid Patreon member, and that will help me to subsidize some of the costs and expenses that I have for this project. I'm still running this out of my own pocket, so it's about $2,000 to $5,000 a year that it costs me to produce this actually. So I'm not really making money from this. It's something that I'm doing for myself and hopefully to be able to help others. And so I'm coming from a genuine place here. The second thing that I'd like to remind you is that you can also find the Reparenting Daily Journal. You can purchase that on Amazon. It's another way to support the podcast. It's under $20. And it basically allows you to follow along with all of the monthly and weekly themes. It gives you space to keep your notes. And yeah, if you join the team or the Zoom calls, it might be a great way for us to all stay aligned and be working together. The last thing I'd like to give you a head up on is the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily series. As I mentioned earlier, I've had some editing issues with that because in the springtime, the end of spring, I did some reworking to structure those into certain themes. So like the beginning, middle, and end of the hero's journey. And in the midst of reorganizing and restructuring the stories and also upgrading the artwork, some of the text is a bit mixed and jumbled all over the place. Sorry about that. When I was in the editing phase for the first time, they did not send the proofread copies to the Netherlands, and so I had to work, around and trying to find a way to get the copy to edit, and it's just been a mess. So basically, that's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to aim to have that done by the end of the year, but I have burned my eyes, so I am very limited. Excuse me, with what I can do and time I spent on the computer. And so I would have had that done much earlier. I would have liked to have that already done, but here we are. And so in any case, once that's available, again, I'll give you a heads up, but please do hold off on purchasing the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily for now. Or Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, not the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily. That's it today. So without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Hey guys. Today we're going to continue with the article from yesterday, 15 Ways to Develop a Growth Mindset. And this is an article by Psychology Today. As a reminder, you can find the link in the show notes. There are plenty of hyperlinks and ways to dive deeper into the topic. If you check out this article, it's also quite long, which is why I split it up over a few days. And this is a reminder, we're in October, and the theme for this month is developing resilience and overcoming challenges. We're in week 2, which is October 8th until the 14th. And the theme for this week is shifting from a fixed to a growth mindset. 15 ways to develop a growth mindset. Changing one's mindset from a fixed perspective to a growth mindset may seem daunting, but by taking baby steps, anyone who wants to can build a growth mindset, and here's how. Number 1, acknowledge and embrace imperfection in self and others, as it is the spice that makes us individuals. We all have our flaws, peculiarities, and weirdness, our imperfections. Like the small black mole on Marilyn Monroe's face, our imperfections make us unique, and self-love is a good thing. Number 2, face your challenges bravely. If you find yourself terrified in the face of serious challenges, stop and reframe the situation in your mind. Consider your challenge as an opportunity, thus slightly shifting your perspective to make it easier for you to engage. Each challenge or opportunity invites us into a new experience that is a sort of adventure. Number 3, pay attention to your words and thoughts. Start paying attention to the words you speak, even the words in your mind. If your words are low or dark, the results may be also. So watch yourself. Listen to what you are saying and thinking. Censor yourself and become your own guide. Replace negative thoughts with more positive ones to build a growth mindset. Replace judgment with acceptance, hate with compassion. If you are disrespecting yourself or lowering your ethical standards, the outcome of your decisions and their consequences will reflect that. Number 4, stop seeking approval from others. Approval from others can often prevent a growth mindset. Cultivating self-acceptance and self-approval. Learn to trust yourself. You are the only person who will always be there for you in your life, so you are the only one that you need to impress. Number 5, take a step deeper into authenticity. Pretending to be someone you are not disrespects who you really are. It makes you fake. It diminishes what you have to offer. Becoming truly authentic is a process that takes time and a lot of inner work. Once you do, you'll likely be more driven to pursue your goals, which puts you in a growth mindset. Number 6, cultivate a sense of purpose. Does your life feel like it's purpose-driven? If yes, define yourself with that purpose. If you are drawn, sorry, my throat is still a bit, if you are drawing a blank, ask that your life's purpose become clear to you. Meditate or contemplate on purpose and see what tidbits come through until you feel like you know the essence of your purpose, or perhaps part of it. Number 7, redefine genius. We all have strengths and weaknesses. Explore and appreciate your strengths and work to improve your weaknesses. Number 8, turn criticism around until you find this gift. The purpose of criticism is to make things better. Someone else can see what you are doing from a slightly different perspective than you and may have some valuable suggestions for you. If you open up to hearing the suggestions, you can more easily develop your growth mindset. Number 9, value the process over the end result. Remember, it's the journey that matters, not the destination. Number 10, learn from the mistakes of others. If you can learn from the mistakes of others, you may be able to make fewer mistakes. This can sometimes calm the fear of trying new things, a key aspect of building a growth mindset. Number 11, not yet is okay. When struggling with the task, remind yourself that you just haven't mastered it yet. If you stick with it, time and patience will lead to improvement and self-development. And number 12, take risks in the company of others. Not to take yourself too seriously. Try not to take yourself too seriously. Be willing to make mistakes in front of others, because if you're growing, this is bound to happen. And making mistakes in front of others will usually get easier with practice. Number 13, be realistic. It takes time, sometimes a lot of time, to learn a new skill, like learning a new language or learning to play an instrument or learning how to become a good lawyer. Keep this in mind, as it can help with developing a growth mindset. Number 14, speed is not important. When you have a growth mindset, the end results are less of a focus. Instead, you fully engage and put in the effort to the process, no matter how long it takes. Incidentally, focusing on the process often improves your results because you did not put in a lot of the effort along the way. And number 15, own your attitude. If you value having a growth mindset, then take the time and make an effort to develop it. Persist and opportunities will come. Cultivate resilience along the way. You're remolding your mind, and that's a pretty freaking cool thing. In summary, a growth mindset means one embraces challenges, persists in the face of setbacks, takes responsibility for their words and actions, and acknowledges that effort is the path towards mastery. It's basically the reason why practice makes perfect. By choosing to make that extra effort to build a growth mindset, you make your mental processes work for you, resulting in greater likelihood that you get the results that you're looking for and live the life that you want to live. This reading reminds us that a growth mindset is built, not born. It's a continuous decision to replace self-judgment with curiosity, fear with courage, and perfectionism with progress. Every step, no matter how small, is a chance to rewire our brain for resilience. You see, growth begins when we accept imperfections as a simple part of human being, embrace challenges as opportunities, and stop seeking approval from others. Progress is not about speed or outcomes, but about persistence, authenticity, and learning from each experience. In the broader sense of developing resilience, this mindset becomes foundational for emotional endurance. Resilience does not mean never struggling, it means we keep showing up, learning, and adapting. A fixed mindset sees failure as proof of inadequacy, while the growth mindset reframes it as part of our journey towards mastery. Over time, this shift transforms pain into purpose and fear into self-trust. Through the lens of reparenting, cultivating a growth mindset is how we teach our inner child that mistakes are not punishable, they're valuable lessons. Instead of hearing the old inner critic's voice, you're not good enough, we practice the voice of an inner loving parent. You're learning, and that's enough. Each time we approach life with curiosity, compassion, and patience, we are reparenting the part of ourselves that we were once shamed. That we once shamed for not being perfect. Growth mindset is self-love in action. It's choosing to believe that we can evolve, even when our past told us that we couldn't. As we go into the journal prompts today, number 1, which of the 15 steps, to develop a growth mindset feels the hardest for me right now? And what old belief might be resisting it? Number 2, how can I speak to myself as a loving parent how can I speak to myself as a loving parent when I make mistakes or fall short? And number 3, what challenge in my life right now could I reframe as an opportunity to learn something new about myself or my strength? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.